Well, hey, listeners, Jim here from PSI brand. Delighted to be meeting today with Melon Bruff of Hive Plastics. So, Melon, we've known each other for a wee while now. Can you please just tell us a little bit about yourself and the background of Hive Plastics?
Yeah, no, of course. So, Jim, as you know, my family has been involved in the rotational molding industry for a long time. And
Hmm.
you've worked with now at least two generations of our family doing this, and we've had three involved. So I've been doing rotational molding since my first job in high school. Been sweeping floors and running machines, and I've done nothing else, and so I really enjoy it here. And so High Plastics is kind of a continuation of that family tradition for us. So I'll tell you a little bit
Hmm.
about Hive. So Hive
Yeah.
is a rotational molding manufacturer, and we're primarily focused on OEM and custom molding. And
Okay.
so we're a full service provider, which means that we'll take you from a product concept through the engineering process, tooling, procurement, manufacturing, graphics, procurement and design, all the way to fulfillment and ship. And so right
Hmm.
now, we serve kind of a broad set of industries, being a custom manufacturer. So we do industrial, agricultural OEMs, sanitation, traffic safety, and a few consumer forward products. And so we're
Yeah.
really trying to build ourselves the right way and be a dependable partner long term and focus on really high end quality products.
That's awesome. So, a bit about the background, even more so. So, you mentioned you've been in it since you were sweeping the floor. You must have had a bit of a gap year. Things changed. Are you free to tell us a bit more about that at all?
Yeah. So our business up north was rotational molding of Utah. That was started by our family, and we became an ESOP in about 2014, which means the company was now owned by all the employees.
Right.
It's a U.S. based
Mhm.
program where essentially it acts like a big retirement program on steroids. And then in 2021, a big company in our industry came in and purchased the business from the ESOP, which was
Okay.
great. All the
Mhm.
employees got that. And then I continued to work for those guys for
Mhm.
about 2.5 to 3 years.
Mhm.
Got a lot of experience everywhere. And part of the sell is I had to take a hiatus out of the industry. And so in the meantime, I went and worked in the agricultural industry for 2 years,
Right.
waiting for an opportunity to come back. And then, I couldn't stay away and came back and started High Plastics as my own.
Oh, that's too good. They say once you're in the industry, it's pretty hard to leave. Something keeps pulling you back into it. So, jumping into a bit about branding, obviously, as you mentioned, branding plays quite a big part in the business. Can you tell us a bit about that? What does brand mean to you, and what does a strong brand also mean to your customers?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think branding is a lot more important than people realize. It's really easy for products to start to look like a commodity over time.
Hmm.
And that's
Hmm.
where I think, branding kind of becomes strategic. A brand is what builds a signal of quality and of trust.
Hmm.
And as you and I both know, in both the consumer and industrial markets, trust drives purchase decisions. So for Hive, branding for ourselves and also for our customers isn't just about a logo. It's really about trying to develop that trust over time. So
Hmm.
branding really is critical, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and I really love that point you bring up about trust. Brand and the trust. I guess without a product, what we've found in the industry that when you have just a plain product with no branding, it kind of just fades or becomes part of the scenery. But as soon as you've got some piece of branding on there, there's now something that pins it back to either a warranty or gives it some strength about the name itself, right? Where it came from. So where do you see Hive plastics in the future in the next, 5, 10, 15 years?
Oh, yeah, well, lots of big dreams, obviously, and a lot of things that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But primarily what we really want to establish ourselves as is a high-end solution for those who want to use a rotation molding process on the custom
Hmm.
side.
Hmm.
And what we look at with that is we're going to focus very heavily on quality management systems,
Hmm.
processes,
Yeah.
to really give those high-end products over time.
Mhm.
And so
Sure.
I don't see us racing to the top or trying to get as big as we can. We want a controlled growth that
Sure.
is going to allow us to continue to take care of each customer like they're the most important customer in the building.
Awesome.
Which I think is important.
Absolutely, super important. Well, it's been a delight to be part of that growth, Melon, and team here at PSI Brand has been delighted to be part of that branding journey. I guess from your point of view and from your mouth, would you be able to just give us a few words of where perhaps you've found PSI has been able to add value or provide solutions that have helped you on that branding journey?
Yeah. Let me think a little bit here. So as you know, we've worked together for a long time. And and Hive's a continuation of that. And something that's really important to us is that, with us trying to build a brand ourselves of being, high-end quality, dependable, reliable as Hive Plastics as a custom manufacturer, PSI has allowed us to provide that to our customers, through our collaboration and by providing quality product. And one thing I really like about PSI, Jim, is the personal relationship that we have with your team, that we can communicate, and also the versatility of your product. Being in custom and not proprietary, I do products all over the spectrum. I do the commodity ones where you've got to have a serial number last for 20 years in the weather and being abused. On the other side, I've got a consumer forward product that's got to look super pretty. And you guys have been a good partner to allow us to deliver those solutions to our customers.
I'm delighted to hear that, and we certainly are excited about being involved in Hive Plastics and look forward to what the future holds. And again, can only thank you for your custom, and appreciate you coming back to us. The loyalty and all that means a lot. So look forward to supporting you throughout the rest of the journey, Melon.
I appreciate that, Jim. Thank you.
Awesome, too good. Well, wishing you a great day.
All right, you too. Thanks, Jim.